Cancer, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Makes a difference to my channel, and I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So help me make that happen. Oh, the Two of Cups just came out and stuck to my hand. So we're going to pull that card for you because I feel as if for some of my Cancers, there could be this energy of a real connection. You know, this is, a divine connection. And sometimes, what we see with the Two of Cups is, that our differences may be what actually draws us together. So there could be some love on the horizon for some of us, some of our Cancers out there. So let's be open to love, right? But let's see what else is coming through for you guys. I like that card really wanted to come out. But let's see what else is going to happen. Oh, we got a few more cards coming out. So we've got the Four of Swords, we got the Eight of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Strength card. So, for others, all right, who are in a relationship with the Four of Swords, there could be this unsettled energy as to whether or not you want to hang on to it, because we do have this Eight of Cups sitting right alongside. Maybe you experienced something with someone and it didn't go the way you really wanted it to go, and they hurt you, because when we're in the energy of the Four of Swords, something happened, all right? Something put us in this unsettled energy of not trusting this person. Now, when we have the Eight of Cups also coming out, I got to believe that, this isn't the first time that something has happened between you and this person. And, now the decision lies as to what should I do? Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I give it another chance? But with the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups coming in with the Eight of Swords reversed, I think, you've been thinking about this for a while, all right? And there's just a lot of stuff that, you have been processing, a lot of things that you've been trying to deal with when it comes to how do I handle this relationship? I like that the Strength card has come out as an energy for you, maybe as advice, because, the need to walk away from someone, that's not an easy choice. That's not an easy decision. But, at some point, enough is enough. And I feel like somebody out there has reached that point of I just don't want to do this anymore. And, I've been struggling in my mind, trying to figure out whether or not I should let it go or should hang on to it. So let's look at the card that follows the Eight of Swords. That would be the Nine, right? And that's just more stress and more anxiety. And the Nine of Swords always is encouraging us to find a way to bring something to an end, which would be the Ten of Swords. So a little bit of the storyline of the swords and the mental energy that you've been dealing with. Something needs to come to an end, and there is a situation that some of you Cancers just need to walk away from. Whether this is a relationship, a job, some situation that you've been hanging on to, trying to make it work, however it plays out in your life. This is a general reading. I just feel as if, this unsettled energy and this mental stuff that keeps moving around in your head, it is really time for you to let it go. And, walk away. Look, she's walking away, and she's walking towards something much brighter, something much better. So whatever it is that we are hanging on to that we need to let go of, let's let it go, all right? Let's just kind of move away and take a chance and see, well, what happens if I let go of all of this and start walking towards something that is better for me? Because the Eight of Cups, and I love to talk about the cards before and after, is, the next card is that Nine of Cups, which is a wish. We walk towards what it is we truly want. So sometimes, we hang on to things thinking that, oh, this is what I really want, to find out that, it's been so hard to hang on to it, and you do have the strength, you do have the courage, to make that change, to, step into what it is that would be really better for you, that would really support you in a real positive way. So whatever this is that you need to walk away from, I'm encouraging you to, just take a chance and see what happens if you do, all right? So let's move on and pull a few more cards and see what's going on for everyone else. The struggle seems to be real with my cards today, you know. So I'm going to shuffle them a different way and just see, you know, what comes out for you guys. So we have here the Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Now for others, I'm feeling like there's a situation you are dealing with, Cancer, that, you know, you've been wanting a new opportunity. You've been wanting to go in another direction. Now again, this could play out with the previous cards that, you know, you've been sitting on the fence with the Hanged Man. You know, sometimes we hang on to things and we don't realize how much we've given to it. You know, we've sacrificed our time, we've sacrificed our energy. You know, there's that, you know, but I've done this and I did that, you know, and when we have the energy of the Hanged Man, it's saying, whoa, let's just stop and gain some perspective and see, you know, maybe we have to look at things a little differently, because this Ace of Pentacles is a gift, all right? Here we see these two hands, you know, with this big coin, but it's reversed. And I think you've been putting off doing something that would be really great for you, all right? Whenever we see the aces, you know, there's a gift there. There is an opportunity. There is this, you know, beginning that we can have. But if we're stuck and we're hanging on to something, you know, that can't happen. You know, we've got to close those doors and open the new ones. And I feel like you're at that point where you got to start looking at that. What can I do to change my life? What can I do to shift the energies around so that I feel like I am going to receive what it is I need, that I do have the money to make the shifts and the changes, that I could start a new job, that maybe I do want to, you know, go in another direction, one that would really benefit me. Remember, we had that Eight of Cups show up, and that Eight of Cups is telling us, you know, maybe it's time to really walk away. Quit overthinking things, you know, and take a chance on your life. You know, you have the strength, you have the ability to make a shift, to make a change. And, you know, if you're hanging on to something that's just dragging you down, that's keeping you in such a mental place that you just don't know how to move forward, you know, you need to step back and say, gosh, why am I doing this to myself? Why do I keep torturing myself and trying to hang on to something that doesn't want to be hung on to? You know, and why not explore something new? Why not take a chance with your life? Let's pull one more card for you. We have the Page of Swords, you know, and here it is coming in reversed. And again, I feel as if you're holding back, going in a direction that you really want to go in. So why not take that chance, all right? And I feel like this week is a week for you to really look at that, you know, to really kind of process all of these stories that you got going on in your head and let them go and see what would happen if you walked away and you moved in another direction. Don't be shy, you know, is what I'm feeling. Because, you know, here, Judgment card is at the base of what's going on. You know, you're having this awakening, you know, this realization of like, I want more in my life. I want to have, you know, more money. I want to have the ability to travel. I want to be able to move about freely. You know, I really want to find the love that is truly going to support me and, you know, help me grow and me help them grow. You know, it's like all of these realities that are coming to light, you know, and the Hanged Man is saying, let's take a look at that, all right? Let's see what we can do and to gain a little bit more perspective and really see how I can really make the changes that I want to make. So a deep week for you, Cancer. I'm really feeling like, you know, it's one of these energies that you want to close an old cycle. And it's going to require you being able to walk away from something. And you know that saying, you know, when one door closes, another one opens. I feel like that truly is applying to you this week. So let's take a look at what it is that we are hanging on to that's holding us back and keeping us stuck. And let's move past that towards something that would be really great for you. Remember, the wish card is right there waiting for you if you walk away, all right? So just know that things can turn in a better direction for you if you just allow it. All right, so that's what I've got for you today, Cancer. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in this story. I sure appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button. Be happy, be healthy, be kind. All right, see you later. Bye.